Hey guys, and welcome to a new video and a new guide for new players and returning players. I know a lot don't know what to do, and a lot of players came to the game actually and don't know what to do or what they should go for or whatever. They even know nothing maybe about this game. So simply I will make this video for you, as I made a lot before like this, but from too long time. So every some time I actually made something like this. So when I feel there is some changes happen on the game, deserve to be on a video or anything like this, or to not made that all the videos will be a bit outdated. So this one will be a bit better and you can count on it. This video especially will go in for the items and the deers and how you can go up on deers and get better damage. And maybe I will make you some other videos for dungeons, how to play it, some small points on the mechanics so you can focus on it, because I see a lot of problems and some, I can say, mistakes, two terrible mistakes I see from a lot of players that actually can make your party die, or they don't even make the mechanics so you die, whatever. I saw a lot of things, so I have to say this so everyone can understand everything. And maybe can make some other videos for some other things, so we will see as we are doing. Maybe some other guides for gold as example or anything like this. And for sure, if you want anything, tell me always in the comments. And maybe also for materials, if you want how I did this material, I will make you maybe video about this. And also tell me in the comments about everything you need. Anyway, let's begin this video. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you didn't. Let's begin this. Okay, so what should you do as a new player playing this game? So first you have to focus on this. You have blue quest you can find, just follow this until you finish it, and don't even think about canceling this or go between or anything like this. Just finish it, because after you finish everything that will be good for you. As example, we have event on the last maybe city on the story, so if you want to go for it you have to finish the story so you can go for event like this, because it can help you. So you have to finish all the yellow quests. You can cancel the blue quests, it's not that important, just on some places, like as example when you reach the last part of the story and reach this place. Okay, there is some blue quests here, play it because it can give you some states, you know, or some increase in your states, so it's good to do them, so you can focus on them. And the other thing, you have to do your purple quests, because it's super important for you, like climbing the wall, running fast, running on the air, a lot of other things like this. So you have to do this. If you can't do them or you didn't do them, a lot of things will be so bad for you, especially for dungeons or anything like this. As you are playing the story, so you get some accessories and some items they will give you. And after this, the most important part you need to do is soul boost. Okay, soul boost is an event made for especially new players or your alt characters. As example, if you have some alts, so you can make them gear up a bit faster so they can play on the dungeons what we have now with the damage or with the big HPs that we have at the moment, compared to from like 2 years ago or 3 years or whatever. So they put you in the good part. So first thing, you should play soul boost, so that's a normal soul boost. Soul boost plus, to understand, it's not for new players, it's for some players like myself. So that's something you need to use, or you need to go for it, or try to go for it a bit later. It's not for you at the start of the game, it's for you later on the game. Like I myself, as I'm playing the game for too long time, a lot of things I can't do it because as example, I don't have the battalion weapon, so it will take some time until I do most of these things. So what we are talking about is soul boost, the normal soul boost. So it give you some soul shields and your starting accessories, I can say the good accessories to start, and you can play dungeons with it and all of this, and going more also for some better accessories as you are going, like Oculus accessories and some other things. So when you finish all of this, that will make you in a good DPS in compared to how much you was as you are beginning, for sure. And after this you can think about whatever you will do next. And from finishing the soul boost, the normal soul boost, that will make you open, when you did this outfit and use it, open soul boost plus, and you can get about 4 levels from it, or easy 5 levels if you can go for Sanguine Abyss on stage 2, so you can finish all the first levels from it, that will give you true Porantul shield, and that will help you. Anyway, before I begin to talk about how your road will be for your items, let me talk about some other points first so you can understand it. How you can gain damage in general or states or whatever, you have a lot of ways, by the way. You have your normal items like weapon, range, ear, range, necklace, bracelet, and all of this, and you have soul heart, also pet aura, talisman, you have your soul shield, you have your gems here on weapon, you have gems also in pet aura. All of this can help you, and there is some other items in between, like as example, if you put on range item like this, it can help on some dungeons, like this one as example, for Sky Sound dungeon as example. And here you can find something different, like this one for Yeti, which is Case Avalanche Den as example. And this one you will find something like this for the rest of dungeons and Duani Abyss. It can make you do a lot of damage there, but that's not everything. You have a lot of things, like if you press Ctrl and H, you will find something called Unity. Unity, by the way, in general is like a level for all of your characters in general, for how much you are progressing in the game, whatever you are playing here or whatever. So it's something like this. As I am playing with all of my characters or play with just my main, it can make this level begin to increase until it reaches some point. For every day you can't reach more than this, but you can do better than them with charms and some other things for Unity, and you can do it anyway. Okay, but the most important part here is called Splendor Stone. So as you are playing, and especially now, you don't get something like these purples. This was a weak one, but you will have mostly these yellows. So you will need to get a lot of yellows, and after you make these yellows, try to make them rune for awakening, and after you make them awaken, try to make them like this one. And if you are lucky, maybe you can get something like this. And that's how it go. And as you are doing this, you get a set effect, can give you some bonuses like what you can see as example. Okay, and every one of them also can give you some states like boss attack power as example, critical damage, all of this. And every line from them have its own specialty, like this one special on attack power, this one special on critical damage, and this one special on mystic. Also, you have away from this, you have shift P, so that can make you go for compound. So compound, you will put some accessories you don't need. As example, it have something called power potential, and after you are putting something good and use an item like this one as example, sparkling bounty etching stone. So etching stones in general, you can put a states in between, like this one. I have mystic and critical damage on it, and that's the best state you can put, by the way, and that's what you have aim for. Here you get this one with mystic and critical. It have a chance when you use them by random, like if I will give you a try so you can see. So I try something like this. I got mystic and PvP defense, it will make no difference. If I want this one, so I press keep. If I want the new one, I will press change, and that's it. Okay, so it will try until you get them. And when you are playing on Soul Boost, by the way, there is one from the Ancient Stones will always give you critical and mystic, so you will can use all of them here. That will make a good boost for you on mystic and critical damage in general. Okay, also you have control and the key, and that's called insignias. These insignias, you are using them as example for making more damage with reds mostly. Okay, with blue mostly done for defense, this one mostly done for supporting, like cooldown reduction, healing, things like this, or break even. Okay, and this one it's special, so it can go for any direction. Okay, so mostly you have to focus on getting something like power throw. Try to get like 2 of them, and try to get this one especially because when someone grab any boss, this one can make you do more damage. And this one for breaks, mostly focus on this as well, whatever how much you will put from them. And also something special for the dungeon, if you are doing for case of avalanche, then something like this, you have it, you can use it, and all of this for specials. Okay, something like blood for blood is good here. Okay, this one also not bad, working on in CC bosses or CC whatever in general, so it's doing good. And this one was a special for me, so it's for the dungeon, so you can use it for anything or whatever you can put anyway. Also I have something else away from, I don't do that much with it, Control and M. This one is a collection for photos, like as an example I have this one done like what you can see. Okay, so take a look just to see if there is something I can make it useful with them. So it's simply, if you are making something like this is actually complete with the two of them, it will give me away from its bad states. You can press like this and press register, confirm, and press on the other one like this, register, confirm. So that gave me this set effect, which gave me some HP and defense and boss attack power. And that's how it go for them. Just collect some photos, use them. If you can upgrade them, you can try for this, and that's all. Okay, also we have the new system for relics that made later, shift and U, so you can get this. So this one is simply from the new dungeon. You can get some item can drop for you like this. You have to take them from here and put them here, and what you like, you will try to put it there in this place, and you will find it's always locked. I actually made a video about all of these types, so you can watch all of the videos so you can understand more. But simply you did them, try to put them, and you can upgrade them. Like press alchemy like this, put whatever you want and use this item, and maybe you will get some chances. It's about your luck to get the best chances, and that's it. Okay, so it can make some increase for states, like what you can see. I have 1k missed it as an example at 856 critical damage, so all of this can help. And also you have Control and U. This one is called Northern Content, it's called journal, whatever, exploration journal, this one. So it have some other things you can try to find it. If you find them, you can get the set effect like this one. I enter the dungeon, you will find like a circle. If you go just look for it, you will take achievement, will give you something like this one, give me missed it as an example. Here some other photos you can get away from, almost it's never happened for me. Here is more for kills, most of the places on the northern content. Okay, you can kill some bosses there or whatever, some ads there, it can give you some states. Story, also some other things you can find on this blue quests I actually mentioned, and also for going for the dungeons. So every one of them can give you also some states and some other things like this. So the good point about it, you can make some states, and the states they give you the max numbers that you can get with these numbers. So as you are playing more on these places and kill a lot, so as you can get more from the states and more for everything. So that's for the other ways away from the accessories and other normal items that you can get damage from it. Okay, but we will talk about the main points now, accessories and all of this, and what is your way to go. For sure, all of what I mentioned from this place, from Control H or whatever, so Unity or anything others, from all of what I said, try to do your best on them, and that's normally what you should do about them. But for accessories, so accessories to understand, and you have to understand this part, and when I'm saying accessories, I'm talking about these 6 items until gloves. These accessories have 5 tiers from mystic on the mystic tiers. In general, anything under this was legendary, so we don't care about them because they are useless. So mystic tiers will be like this, starting from, if I will go for necklace as an example, from Sky Stealers, that's the lowest thing, and no one almost using this. Maybe if you are returning the player, maybe you have something like this, or have alt or anything like that. Okay, but we don't use this. Star-Cross items, you will get it from Soul Boost. That's the first items you will get from Soul Boost. Don't upgrade them and just wait a bit when you get it. Okay, then you will get Oculus. Oculus the 3rd tier. Don't upgrade them that much, just +6 or anything like this max, because we don't care about them and we will try to get the better items. Okay, so you have Storm Tide, that's tier 4. Okay, and on some items that's the max tier, like bracelet as an example. On my items, necklace, bracelet, belt, that's the max tier for them. You don't have anything more than this. True items, that's something actually beyond us, most of players, or beyond of most of players. almost you don't get anything like this. So if I will use or put on earring as an example, so Stormtide 4th tier, and this one Blood Knight is the 5th tier, and that's the strongest items almost on the game, away from some other points you can take it as exception, and I will tell you about this as we are doing. But anyway, so what you have to aim for, get Oculus as example, go for +6, and I want to get Stormtide items with Blood Knight items. So I don't have any one of them, and it's hard to play everything you can do for them. And how I did them from the first place, so simply you will have to do this. If you want to get them, you will go for Ctrl+H like this to check the dungeons. So if we go for Sky Sound Isle, that can make you get Stormtide ring and earring and the gloves. Okay, so you can find them if you check on stage 8 as example. So you'll find them like this, ring, earring, gloves. Also you can get from this dungeon Battalion Sword if you are lucky, and also Battalion Soul Badge like this one. And I will talk about soul badges later. I will talk first about the first 6 items. Okay, if you want to go for the other 3 that are the last items on Stormtide, which is necklace and the belt and the bracelet and the belt, so you will go for Trace Avalanche. Then stage 5 or higher, you have a chance to drop it. So you have necklace, bracelet and the belt like this. Also you have Battalion Amulet, and also Battalion Sword can drop there, or you can get at least the fragment. If you want to go for the highest send away from, I don't recommend to go for this early. If you can do stage 2, it's good for you. Okay, ring and earring and gloves, it will be in Sandwani Abyss. It's gonna start from stage 2, so you don't have any problems on this. So you can get ring, earring, gloves if you can go for higher stage, which is stage 3 as example. So you can get also soul shield from 1 to 5 pieces, and also you can get misted badge like this one, and soul shield like these 5. Okay, if you go for higher than this, like from stage 4, so you can get full soul shield, because 6, 7, 8 it can drop there, and away from this nothing strange will drop. So now here is the plan. The plan is so simple. You have just Oculus +6 on all of your 6 accessories, and you want to go up. These items have some fragments. These fragments you can get 80 from them on any whatever from the 3 types. Like if you take a look here, so let me show you this one as example. If you get 80 from this, it can make you get ring, earring and the gloves from the Stormtide, not this one. Okay, and here Yeti or Ice Yeti fragment for these 3 items, necklace or bracelet or belt. Okay, and this one for these accessories, Blood Knight ring, Blood Knight earring and the Blood Knight gloves. Okay, so what you need to do, play always every day and try to spam any one of them, so you can get as much fragment. Every fragment come from its dungeon, so this one will come from Sky Sound Isle, this one will come from Chaos Avalanche Den, and this one will come from Sandwani Abyss. So just try to play them. If you can play stage 2 Sandwani Abyss, that's good. If not, just focus first on these 2 items, so you can do them. If you did Yeti especially, that's something good, because it's the final items. If you did this one, it's okay. At least you will need it for some time, and that's what I will tell you about. And if you did something like this, it's the last items on the game, so who cares? You don't need more than this. So for me, if I'm playing with alt character, simply I will go for these 3 dungeons, as I can do it with some of my characters as example. So I will try every day and try to go. Maybe one of these items can drop if you are playing something like stage 5 on Chaos of Avalanche Den and Sky Song. If you are playing the stage 2 on Sandwani Abyss, because levels changed after this dungeon or from this dungeon, so just level 2 is like stage 5. Both of them is the same, so it can drop ring, earring, gloves. So if I am lucky with any of them, that's something good, and I will aim for them like what I will tell you. If I got fragments, so if I got from the Yeti one, the green fragments, I will go for bracelet first item, because it's one of the best items between all of them. If I got as example from Sky Sound Isle, I can go for ring or earring, it will make not a bit different. And if I will go for Blood Knight earring, if I were from the Sandwani Abyss, I can go for earring or gloves. One of them is good. Maybe I can go also for ring. So it's about you. If you are drawing, as example, a rend was on Storm Tide was better. I feel here Blood Knight rend better than this one, maybe gloves better than both of them. So if I will choose for myself, I will draw maybe for gloves, and maybe can take ear rend from Storm Tide. So if I will say I got the first items from every one of these dungeons, I will draw for Streisand with the Storm Tide ear rend. We'll draw Sandwani with gloves, and we'll draw for Yeti with bracelet. Then I will try to get the other items until I have sets from the new items. Then I will try to make anything with a Storm Tide. We'll try to make it Blood Knight, whatever what was the item. Like as example, I had gloves on Blood Knight and the other two is the Storm Tide, so I will try to remake any one of them from the Storm Tide to do to Blood Knight, because Blood Knight is actually the better level for them. Also, one piece of advice for you: if you have Oculus items away from I told you to go for +6, don't better upgrade it for +11 before you make it Storm Tide, because it was super bad on its chances. Okay, if you go for anything else away from them like Storm Tide is super easy to do this. If it's Storm Tide or Blood Knight as well, both of them so easy on upgrades, at least until +11. It's not hard in compared to Oculus by far. So if you want to try to go for Oculus 16 as example to make Storm Tide 11, that will be so sad story for you, I am telling you. Okay, so just to make it from even 0 to 11, that will be a lot easier for you than doing all of this. Anyway, next I need to get good Mystic badge and good Soul badge. As you are playing on Soul boost, you should get some good badges. Not bad actually. Like you will get this one, Twisted Serpent, you will get the Mystic badge and Soul badge from it. So which one is better than this? For Soul badge you don't have but this one. This one you can get it from Streisand Isle. You can try stage 8 better if you want to get it better. Away from, I think you can get it from stage 5 as well, but you can go for stage 8, it will make it maybe a bit easier if you can go for it, but it can drop anyway on stage 5. So if you are lucky, just try a lot until you can get it, because it have achievement not easy to do actually until you get it, and need so much fragment if you want to do this. And let me show you this by the way. So here as you are drawing, you will find this one that have the accessories. Like this one, this fragment, 80 from them can make you retrained, 80 from them range gloves, all of this for the last dungeon. Second tab you will find some other things like battalion weapon, the last weapon. You have range gloves also from Storm Tide. You have battalion soul badge, you can get it like this from this one by 250. Okay, and the others actually more for cities and some other things, will tell you about this later. So simply if you want to get Mystic badge, you will get it like this. But for this one, it will take too long time for you maybe to do it as a new player, because it needs stage 3 from Sandwani Abyss, which is too hard for a lot of players. So what you need to do is something else. You will have to go on the map and go for always for Solar and for Ojunara Monastery, and you will have to go for this one. You will have to go for this one, Shrouded Ojunara, and try to make as much as you can from this item, Ojunara emblem, and try to buy it. If you can play normal mode on this place, and maybe you can try and spam a lot until you find the older Mystic badge that I was playing with it, and when you get it, just try to make it up as much as you can until you reach +20, which is not super hard to happen and compared to other items that we're doing with pluses, but you have to try this. And when you do it and you make it to +20, and when you get this one, you can make the sacrifice and make it to this one. So that's for these items. And for here, for weapon, as we are doing on weapon simply it's not a hard thing to do, because when you are playing the normal soul boost, as example, they will give you upsurge weapon, which is the beginning of the mystic tiers for weapons, and we don't have that much weapons after this. Like this one, you have the true one, you can get it from soul boost as well, but soul boost plus, so it can be I think on stage 8, stage 6 this one. but it's actually trash. Like this one I have. Actually you can watch the videos to understand DPS tests. There's a lot of videos you can watch it, so you can understand everything. And the last one, actually it's a hard one, which is battalion weapon. So battalion weapon is this one. It needs from me playing one of these two dungeons, Strison the Isle or Place of Avalanche Den, and try to get as much from the fragment, the yellow fragment there, until you can do this. So that will take too much time. So whatever, when you can go for stage 8 and try to do this, so try until you can get the item. Maybe it can drop if you are super lucky, and I don't think that will happen with you. At least it will never happen with me. So you will have to go for this. Where is the fragment? I related this one, battalion fragment. And with this one you need like 65 sadly if you want to buy this, so that's too much. It will take too much from you until you can do it, and that's for the weapons. Okay, amulets, you can get the new amulet from also from Yeti, from Tales of Avalanche Den. You can get the last amulet, which is this one. Okay, you have two amulets by the way, one in the top and one in the bottom, and you will get both on the soul boost, but the weaker one. So after you did them, you need to change them. One of them you will find it on the same place that you can get the misted badge from Shrouded Jonara. Also you can aim for it, which is Dawn Bright amulet, and after you get it you can make upgrades for it, and that's the maximum one at the moment for the top one. And for the second one, it's on the Place of Avalanche Den. You can find it dropping on stage 8 or higher as well, and you can also get it, and also you can upgrade it, and that's it. If you are going for these 4 items, so as you are playing on soul boost, and I will tell you some good advices on this, so you have to care about it that much. When you get this one, you will get a true Thunder Flux, and you can upgrade it all the way to Thunder Spark. And after this, if you can go for Soul Boost Plus, and that's something maybe should do it later, you will get this item so you can upgrade it for the next level. When you are on the next level, and before you reach maybe the true one, you should go for making the upgrades for these pluses. What is that? So if you go like this, and let me get soul or heart or whatever, so normally they will give you this. We will reach through Thunder Spark. Okay, Divine Spark is same. Then from Soul Boost Plus you can go for Nether Spark, and if you did the ultimate level from it, the true one. Okay, after this you can make upgrade for Manifest Soul, but you don't have to do this, and if you want to do this you have to reach at least plus 11. But what you have to aim for is to try to make this item when you are on this level. Try to make this one go for evolving with pluses like +1 like this, until you try to make it to reach plus 14 before you even think about going for Manifest. After 14, don't think about it. It's actually when you try it, you can fail. It have a chances for fail for these items. Can go down on levels, so you can try get +5 as example, then you fail, so you go for +4, then you can fail again, go +3, then begin to go again until you reach as example +10, then go down to +3. It's about luck. So whatever the best way or the most thing it can happen, you can reach +14. That thing that I'm telling you is about soul and also the other 4 items. If you can make all of them reach +14, try to go for the next level like Manifest Soul. When you go for +14 from True Nether Spark, and that's the same for the other items as well, it will make you go for +15 on Manifest Soul. Okay, if you have something like +15 on Manifest Soul, if you want to go to the Reverend Soul like what I have, it will be on a red level, because you should focus on them at least to go over +11, because that's something important you have to understand. Okay, so if you do this, that will make your soul and pit aura, heart and talisman will be on a good tiers. Not like mine, it maybe should be even better than mine, because I actually went from +11 on Manifest Soul or 12 and went down to anything else like this ones. So that's what I got. Actually was bad chances, and so much bad chances on these levels as well. So if you have something like a Manifest Soul, it's better for you on upgrading than this one. And also if you are doing the tricks that I told you, for sure we didn't know this early, you can use this, and that can meet you in a better plus than even myself, and that can will help you on your DPS later. Okay, for soul badges, or sorry, soul shields, simply you will get Puharan soul shield from the first soul booster. When you finish it, you will go for true Puharan soul shield like this one from the soul booster plus. Okay, and you will get the maximum one. If you want for something higher, so you will need to play Sandwani Abyss on stage 3 or higher to have a chance for the from 1 to 5 on stage 3, and anything over this can make you even go for all the 8 pieces. So that's simply the most what you need on the items, but there is some other points you have to take a good care of this also. Every item have some other things you can do for it, like this one. Weapon as example, if you press equip preview, if you take a look on it, you will find that for sure that you have the gems which we are seeing here. Okay, if you go for evolve, just the normal upgrading that we know, and because this one is Mr. tier and any Mr. tier, just going for pluses, and as you are going for stages like stage 6, you will get a new effect. This effect you will have to change it until you can get Mr. as example, because you have a lot of sad effects like HP as example. Critical damage is not bad, but you need to aim for Mr. So you need to use the items that can make you do the reset effect until you get the effect you need. Okay, also you have this one and this one for CITES. So CITES is item, you can use it, that can make you or give you some boosts. You will get a lot from them on Soul Boost by the way, but there is some other better CITES you can get from the new dungeons, and you have to aim for this. But anyway, every item can give you CITES, or CITES for every item have a different states, like this one can give both attack power and attack power. There is other better CITES as example you can use to do more than this. So you have to look on every item because that can make a lot of different, like range as example. If you look here, it gives critical damage and attack power, so 1k 750 critical damage is a lot actually. If you can do something like this, that's good. Attack power by 50, and we need all the attack power that we can get, especially for parties. Reset effect also, because there is effects here, so you will have to choose Mystic always. Here range will be the same, also here it should be the same. So I can say most of items is like this on these 6 accessories. For Mystic badge as example, there is some can give Mystic and attack power, so using them will be good. Same for here, for soul badge it will be like them, and for here also you have like this critical damage and Mystic, and maybe you will find some other states different on some CITES, so choose whatever you need and use them. Okay, also soul shields as example have a lot of other things like this, also some CITES here you can use. Okay, also you have you can sacrifice another soul shield for this, for increasing the states if there is some states in the same places, and you need to choose the best soul shields you can get with the best states from the start before anything. Like as example, P3 and 4, 7 and 8, you have to aim for Mystic on them, because you can get Mystic on them like this one. Okay, so if you are sacrificing any soul shield from the same number, you can get Mystic as well. Like if I would sacrifice 4 with Mystic, so I can get Mystic on this Mystic one, that's for sure. If I have Mystic from the start, if I don't have, so just switch the 2 soul shields and use the one with Mystic. Also for soul shields you can teach some states like this one. As example, I put it both attack power on it. This one as example, I put it both attack power, Mystic on this one. I got Mystic critical soul shield and put it on this one, so increased my Mystic. So all of this can make different for your states. So last thing I will talk about on this video, because it's actually too long, and so sorry for your time guys, and that's simply states. Which states is the best for you when you press P, so you can understand this. Always best states is like this. Normally on all the days, as we are always doing, Mystic, then critical damage, then I can say critical chance, because we need the chances until at least you reach this number about 18k. Okay, maybe 17k can do also. Then after this, attack power, both attack power is the same attack power, but this one for dungeons more, and most of players by the way looking on it if they want to choose you. So boss attack power and attack power always the same. Accuracy also it have to be a good number with percent, so you can do more damage and you don't have any chances to not hit the bosses. Okay, and also on these days, that's the new thing, debuff damage is super important. This state simply because of a lot of CCs we can do to the bosses, so you can do on this time more damage. So as you are intelligent, also debuff damage is super important, and maybe you can go between mystic and critical damage on power. Maybe you can, for some players, say debuff is even better than mystic, and actually it's good especially when you are bursting the boss and you have someone to grab it as an example, so you can do too much damage on this. Also this can work so too much good, especially when you have some insignias can help you, like this one with grabbing the boss, someone grabbing the boss, and you have a lot of debuff damage and you can go for so high burst, so you'll find yourself going with so much big number at the start of the dungeon, away from maybe your DPS not even 10% from this. So I guess that's enough for today. So you now understand how you are going and which road you should take, and like what I said, just go for the dungeon with the way I told you. Try to get your accessories, try to get the older mystic badges and think about this one. If you can go for this one for the soul badge, go for it. And for your items, is for you know what to do with them, especially you have advantage. For your weapon, if you want to go for true upsurge or anything, just watch my videos for DPS tests so you can understand which item you should go and aim for it first. That can help you as well. And soul shield, like what I told you, and like what I said, other things like unity or whatever, just try to do whatever you can on them as you are playing and as you are having the chances. Also, small advice, focus on events and how to get your items, and put on yourself or on your mind some priorities. It's about the items I need right now, which one should be benefit me more. Like if I will say I want to get this ear range because it's super important for me, so I will aim for it, so I will try to maximize my power on this ear range. Okay, if I will say I want battalion sword as example, I know battalion sword will be a lot better than this one, so I will have to play a lot of Trace of Lancedin as example, so I can get the fragment, so I can get the weapon. If I feel like I can't get it right now, so I will take it easy and try to focus on something else can give me more damage at the moment. And one important also point you have to put it on your mind, pluses is super important. Away from it's hard to get, but it's super important. You have to make your items, all of your items, over plus 11 at least, so you can get the more chances. Like as example, this one can give me 3.0% mystic damage rate. That's too much, by the way. Away from the too much boss attack power, it can give you from, as example, from plus 10 to going for plus 11. That can make a lot of difference for you. And if I am having all of this 4 over plus 11, I'm telling you it will make me on another part in my damage. So that's something super important, and don't even think about it's not important or anything like this. Maybe sometimes even going for plus 11 can be better than new item, by the way. If I am saying I wasn't plus 10 and going for plus 11, it's better than this amulet by all of its levels. Almost, I can say. That's enough for today, and thank you for watching, guys. Anything you want, you can watch on my videos, and I will try to put for you some useful videos, and I will try to make some videos for some other things so it can help you, especially on dungeons and a lot of other things. So just tell me what you need. More than anything, I will try to make you something for it. Thank you for watching, guys. See ya in the next video. Bye bye.